Hello dear students. Today I am going to deal with one more very important topic in which we will be calculating the square roots of irrational numbers. So let us take one example. Say we have 7 plus 4 root 3. Now I'll tell you the method how we can find the square root of this irrational number 7 plus 4 root 3 by using a small shortcut. Now in the number 7 plus 4 root 3, there is a rational part 7, it does not contain root, and there is an irrational part 4 root 3 which contains root 3. So for this type of quantities, there is a small shortcut which you have to remember. If you know that shortcut, the questions based on the square roots of irrational numbers become very easy. But if you do not know that small method, obviously this question will be nearly impossible to solve in competitive exams. So what we do is, we have to just look at this number 7 and we will know the answer of this question. See, we have 1 square 1, 2 square 4, 3 square 9, 4 square 16. That is, I am writing the squares of all the single digit numbers. These squares will be used in calculating the square root of these irrational numbers. Now see, if you notice, we have to break this 7 into two parts, whose sum is 7 obviously. One of the numbers will be the number which is a perfect square from among these numbers, and the selected number should be smaller than 7. So if you see, 7 lies between 4 and 9 here. So we will take 4 as one part. So since 7 lies between 4 and 9, so we take 4, the smaller part. And obviously 7 minus 4 is 3, so the other part will be 3. This is the first step of identifying how this rational part of this number 7 plus 4 root 3 will be broken down into two parts, and which two parts. These parts are found out by this simple rule. Now what you do is, you know that 4 is 2 square, and for this number you just put square root and square, you get this number. So 2 square is 4 and root 3 square is 3. So your answer for this question is 2 plus root 3 square. So what we have done is, we have converted this number 7 plus 4 root 3 into a perfect square 2 plus root 3 whole square. And now we have to find the square root of 7 plus 4 root 3, which will give us square root of, now we have simplified this as 2 plus root 3 whole square. So whole square comes out of square root sign, so the answer is 2 plus root 3. So this is the simple method for calculating the square root of irrational numbers. I know in the first example it might seem a bit difficult, but on subsequent examples, use of subsequent examples, you will find that this process is quite easy. Let us take one more example. Say we have 14 plus 6 root 5. Now here we have to find the square root of this. So we have the number 14. Now I have to break 14 into two parts. Let us see, where does 14 lie. 14 lies between 9 and 16. So I am taking one part as 9. So 14 minus 9 is 5. So other part is 5. Now 9 is 3 square and 5 is root 5 square. So the whole square is this. Just as we arrived at 2 plus root 3 whole square, now we have arrived at 3 plus root 5 whole square. Now the square root of 14 plus 6 root 5 will be square root of 3 plus root 5 whole square. So answer is 3 plus root 5. Notice that all the irrational numbers, their square root is again an irrational number. Here also 14 plus 6 root 5 is irrational. The square root of that number is again irrational. Now let us reduce the number of steps we are carrying out doing for understanding this and reduce the time of calculating this square. Say we have 23 plus 8 root 7. Now see 23. This 23 lies here. So I take 16. 16 is 4 square. 16 is 4 square. So I take 4. And what about the remaining part? If this is 16, then 23 minus 16 is 7. So we have square root of this number is square root of 16 is 4 square plus 7 is root 7 square. We have the answer as 4 plus root 7. The number of steps is greatly reduced if you practice this method by taking 8 to 10 examples and sparing 10 to 15 minutes on this method. Let us take one more example. Say we have now 37. So this is the third question. We have now the fourth question. We have 37 as the number which is rational and 20 root 3 as the number which is irrational. Now we have to find the square root of this. Now let us reduce the steps further. 37 obviously lies here. The smaller number is 36. So we divide it into two parts by taking 36 and 1. So if we take 36 and 1, what happens is 1 is again a perfect square. So if you take 36 and 1 is a perfect square, but we do not need a perfect square here. So we shift to the previous lesser number. I have taken 36. So the next number is 36. 37 minus 36 is 1. But 1 is a perfect square and we do not need a perfect square because the answer will be rational in that case. So what we do in this type of question is we cancel this 36 and move on to the next lower number. So next lower number is 25 and now the problem is solved. 25 and 37 minus 25 is 12. 12 is not a perfect square, so this will give us the answer. So 25 is 5 square and we have root 12 because we put a root on this. The other number is put in square root sign. So square root of 12 whole square and square root sign. So we have the answer as 5 plus root 12. Root 12 can further be written as 5 plus 2 root 3. So your answer is 5 plus 2 root 3. Same method is applicable for numbers which have a negative sign in between. Say we have 4 minus root 5 whole square. Now this square is again the method is same. If you open this square, it will be 16 plus 5 minus 8 root 5. So these two are positive. So 21 minus 8 root 5 will be your question which will appear in the exam. And if you have to find the square root of 21 minus 8 root 5, this will again come out to be 4 minus root 5. So the method remains same even if you have a negative sign in between. The method is same, splitting 21 into 16 and 5 and then writing it in the form of whole square. So students, learn this method so that you can find the square root of irrational numbers, and in competitive exams you will find wide applicability of this question. So share the video if you like it and subscribe the channel.